Josh Leslie Smith, welcome to Weymouth Football Club.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
When the call come to sign for us, was that a no-brainer for you? Was it something that you've been excited about for a long time?
Well, yeah, to be honest, it was a tough decision. I've been at Poole for about 5 years, I think, went my way through the under-18s after getting released from Bournemouth. And yeah, it was a hard decision, but I thought, in terms of my development, I thought this did offer a good platform for that. So yeah, when the call came, it was definitely, obviously I had lengthy discussions with Mark and Tom and Brad, but then yeah, when the decision came, I definitely made the right one, I think. So.
And how well do you know Mark, with your obviously Bournemouth connections as well? Is he someone that you've known for a long time?
I think mutually, yeah, but I think we kind of knew each other, but hadn't actually spoken too much. But obviously I knew a couple of the other coaches from Bournemouth days, so yeah, I'm sure it was a good fit, hopefully.
And you kind of know as well about how it all works, the training regimes and things like that, and what's expected.
Yeah, exactly. From, as I said, from Bournemouth days, it kind of drilled into similar kind of things, so I'm sure when we get going, hopefully it won't be too strenuous, but I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And just on your time at Poole, as you said there, you spent a fair amount of time there. Was it with a heavy heart that you left then? Because obviously with that amount of time and sort of making friends and making memories at Poole, was that a tough decision for you?
Yeah, definitely. And I said I think it was nearly 100 appearances, I think.
Wow.
Okay. Kind of 2 or 3 years. So it was hard, but I think, as I said, I think it's the right time to make the move and try and push on as a player ultimately. So yeah, I'm really pleased.
And have you been keeping up with the sort of playoff situation in the National League South? Yesterday the news come through that they're back on.
Yeah.
It's up in the air on who can play and who can't play. As a player and as somebody that's just signed for the club, has that been something you've been taking an interest in?
Yeah, definitely. And when there were rumours flying around about the whole if they were going to play or not, I've been trying to keep fit and ready to go if I need to be. But obviously not sure if I'll be allowed to play because I've just signed. But fingers crossed, I'm sure I'll be ready if I'm needed. So yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. In terms of the players that are already here, is there anybody that you know that you've played with or against before that will be easy for you to sort of settle into?
Yeah, I think, as I said, from when Weymouth were in the same league as Poole, kind of again, you kind of understand what people are like, get to know people from playing against them. But I'm sure it won't be too bad when I get to meet them all. But I'm excited.
This has been a really interesting, difficult period for a lot of people. How have you been managing to keep yourself busy and fit during this time?
I think, well, I finished my uni degree last week.
Oh wow, okay.
Which was good. Yeah, so I've had a lot of that.
Successful?
Hopefully, yeah, I have to wait and see, but get the results in a couple of weeks, so hopefully. But apart from that, I've just been doing a lot of work and, yeah, trying to keep fit, really, to be honest, ticking over, but I don't want to push myself too hard, because obviously I weren't sure what the outcome was going to be, but now we know the playoffs are coming back, hopefully, so time to kick on and see how we get on. But yeah.
And Weymouth, obviously, a lot of people that come to the club say how big the club is, the fan base and things like that. Is that also something that appeals to you?
Yeah, definitely. And as I said, from playing against Weymouth, like when we played at Poole a few years ago, like last season, I think half the crowd was probably Weymouth fans. And then when we played here, also over 1,000 each time, isn't it? So yeah, definitely that was a big factor in my decision. Yeah.
Well, Josh, that's all for me. Thank you very much for joining me. We look forward to seeing you in a Weymouth shirt. Brilliant.
Thank you very much. Thank you.